everyone, my name is Elle and welcome to my channel. Today I have my first update for my second Finish 17 in 2017 project. This is a collab with a ton of fantastic people. I will have everyone's information and where you can find them in my description box, so please go and check everybody out. If I missed anybody, if you're doing this collab as well and you're not listed, let me know and I will add you. So I have 17 products to talk about in total. Some are finished, some are being decluttered, and some are in progress. So instead of taking them kind of category by category, because I have so many eyeshadows, so many blushes, etc., I'm going to go in that order. I'm going to start with products I've finished, then go to products I'm decluttering, and then end with the products that are still in progress. I'm not going to be replacing any of the categories in which I have decluttered products. I'm doing so many projects this year and I've really found that shorter projects seem to work better for me. So if this project happens to end before the end of the year, I will be okay with that. This has been a learning experience already. We are only in March and I've already really learned that shorter, smaller projects keep me motivated better. But anyway, enough rambling. Let's get into the update and start with finished things. So the first thing I have here that's finished is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops in N20. And this was a pain in the butt to finish. First off, the packaging sucks. And I'm glad that I was reminded of that before I dropped some serious money on the their liquid highlighter versions, because of course I've been eyeing the Halo one, but the packaging of these things suck so badly. So it's a dropper style and I find these always malfunction. I ended up just pouring things out at the end and it looks like there's still a ton of product because there's a lot of product on the dropper, but it's mostly on the sides and it's really hard to kind of scrape enough out to use, and I'm not doing that because I don't like the product that much. I got N20 because I'm dumb and I thought N20 was going to match me. I always feel bad sort of complaining about being unable to properly find sort of foundations that match my skin tone, because everyone's like, well, you're fair skin, so you should have no problem. That's what the makeup companies cater to, blah, 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 blah. But I'm really fair and finding things that match isn't that easy. First I got N20, too dark, got N10, too dark and kind of too yellow, not a proper color match. So obviously something more like a P10 probably would have been better, maybe even a P0. And I know Cover FX does have lighter things available in their other range. Anyway, this is not a wrong shade 1-star kind of review, because the product of itself is decent, but I still don't think it's fantastic. I don't think it's a life-changing kind of product. So ultimately, I think it really depends on what your needs are. For me, something that's tinted isn't going to work in terms of changing my foundation for the better. I'm just going to be sticking to white foundation mixers. They've been working for me so far. I did not use one today, but we'll get into that later. If Cover FX came out with a pure white one, I still don't think I would purchase it because of the packaging. The packaging is really, really terrible, and I find that you don't get your money's worth out of it. So that's all I have to say about the Cover FX. I thought I had more products that I finished in this challenge, and I have not. Some are almost finished. So I do have 3 things that I am decluttering. The first thing is the Maybelline Dream Bouncy Blush in Coffee Cake. This stuff is too dry to use right now, and I kind of thought it was going to be because I know this stuff is ancient, absolutely ancient, but I wanted to pull it out and try it because I was still hanging onto it for some reason. I remember liking it before, I just really can't get it to work for me now. It's just too crumbly and there's really no pigment, so that's gotta go. And the next thing is this little mini Tarte cream eyeshadow. This is in Plum Smoke. It's the Emphasize Amazonian Clay Waterproof Cream Eyeshadow. This is also dry, and I knew that this was old too. I tried to get this to work. I even sprayed a little Fix Plus into it. I just could not get a consistency that was creamy enough to use on my lid and have it stay. And after just trying a couple different things, I thought, okay, enough. There's no point in, hating the way my makeup looks because of one little product like this that I'm pretty sure I got for free, or I traded points in for, or something. I don't remember at this point. And the last thing that I'm decluttering is also from Tarte. This is the LipSurgence Skintuitive lip gloss in Energy. So this one is really sticky. It's a really sticky lip gloss, and I just hated the way that it felt on my lips. It was just, no. I only wore it once, and that was it. That was enough for me to know that I just was not gonna use it again, and I did not reach for it once. Didn't even really think about it. So when I just thought about it now when I was collecting products to talk about, and I went, ah, hadn't even thought about this thing. It's going. That's just sort of the way I'm working now with products. If I haven't reached for it in over a month and I'm supposed to, because it's in one of my projects and I haven't, I really need to consider my reasons why. Sometimes it's legitimate and sometimes it's because I don't like the product, so I'm avoiding using it. And there's no point keeping it. I wish I hadn't opened it and used it, but of course there's always that thing of thinking it's going to be something that you like that works better. And obviously you wouldn't discover new products if you didn't do that, but there's some things that, like lip gloss, I generally don't like. Like there's like probably 1 out of 100 that I do like, so I'm breaking my ties. I'm breaking my ties with these things, and I feel okay about it. Alright, so that brings us to products that are still in progress. I will start first with foundation. The one I have left is from Burberry, and this is the Fresh Glow Foundation Luminous Fluid Foundation in Porcelain number 11. This is too dark for me. I purposely wore it on its own just to show you guys what it looks like. You can see. It's not correct. But I love the way this foundation feels now because I didn't like it before. But now that my skin's been drier, this is such a luminous foundation that I just love how glowy it makes my skin look. It just makes me happy when I put it on, but it's so disappointing that it doesn't match. And when I mix the white foundation mixer drops into it, it's okay, but it's not as good as just applying it on its own. It's disappointing that it doesn't match me, but I do like the finish of it. I like the way that it wears. There's a lot of good things about it, and ultimately it's just a shade thing that is why I'm a little sad. But somehow it's lasting forever. I must have a lot left in here than I thought, because sometimes like I can see, it seems like there's emptiness back down here, but I'm still getting lots of products out, so I'm not gonna question it. I'm just gonna keep using it. I have 2 face powders. The Revlon Nearly Naked in Light I really haven't used a whole lot. It's too dark for me. I am a broken record in this video, but there you go. I'm trying to use it a little bit here and there. I don't reach for it that often, but I'm keeping it in here because I'm hoping I'll be able to find some other ways to use it, or maybe it might suit me a little bit better in the summertime if I happen to venture outside more. The Laura Mercier Translucent Powder, however, I've obviously been using quite a bit. It's really hard to tell progress in packaging like this. This is sort of frosted, but I've been using this pretty much daily. I will use it all over my whole face. I set my under eyes with it. I set any place that needs powder gets this stuff. The cream blushes I'm still working on. The Josie Maran Argan Infinity Lip and Cheek Creamy Oil. This is the one that I thought that I finished, but I still have a little bit left of this. I hadn't used it for the last couple of days because I had somehow talked myself into believing that I was done with it, but I am not. So I have probably about 1/3 left, maybe less than 1/3, probably maybe 1/4, a quarter, a tiny little bit. This stuff goes pretty quickly because I put it on the back of my hand to get the product there, and then take it from the back of my hand to put it on my face, as opposed to putting it directly onto my face or directly like onto a brush and then onto my face, because then it's too much product. But this blends in really, really easily, really nicely. I don't hate it, but I don't love it because I just think it's an unnecessary step. I usually set my cream blush with a normal blush anyway. It does seem to last a little bit longer, but I don't ultimately find it super necessary. The Joe Fresh cream blush in Flush is a little bit trickier to use. I haven't used this as much because it's a little bit tougher. I'm wondering if this one might not be that good anymore, because I remember really loving this, and it was like even in a favorites video that I did a very long time ago, and it was very easy to blend and look natural. And just the last couple times I tried using it, it's very stiff. And even on like a very luminous, dewy sort of foundation, trying to blend it in, it was such a struggle and so time consuming. So this is not one that I reach for often. So I still try it a little bit, play around with it a little bit more, but if it has to go, it has to go. Eyeshadows, the Balm Nude Dude Volume 2 Mini Eyeshadow in Flirty. I used this once. I don't mind it. It's okay. I just am not blown away by it. I just need to use it a little bit more, but eyeshadows and other projects have just taken a back seat to like my palette and my project pan porn, because I've been more motivated for those than this. And this is also a year-long project, so you know it's okay for me to take some time. The Hard Candy eyeshadow in white, I really don't have much to say at all. I mean, this eyeshadow cost me $1, and it performed like an eyeshadow that cost me $1. You know, I used it today as a brow bone and inner corner highlight. It's really nothing special. I don't reach for it often because I forget about it. Honestly, it's a very forgettable shadow. And ColourPop's Telepathy is what I have going on mostly on my lids today. Again, this is a shadow that I don't reach for that often. It's so different than the other things that I'm using. I paired it with a couple of shadows from the Vice LTT Reloaded for this eye look, which is a palette that's in my project pan porn. So it's okay to use it that way. Like, I have minor progress on this compared to the last time, but it's not significant. But the eyeshadow is still performing really well. I felt ever since I spritzed Fix Plus in it, it performs a lot better, so that's a good thing. And highlighter, my one highlighter that I have in here is the Becca pressed highlighter in Pearl. This is the one that had shattered on me, so I can't really show you guys this as clearly as I want to, just because then powder would go everywhere because I'm dealing with a lot of loose stuff. I'm not repressing it. There's really only like the top section of it that crushed, so I'm using this a lot because this is my favorite highlighter. I love the Becca highlighters because you get that like glow for days, and that's totally what I'm into. It's not everybody's cup of tea. I know a lot of people are sort of done with the highlight thing, and people don't like the whole like stripe, and it might emphasize some skin texture, but I don't care because I like it. Anyway, that brings us to lip products. I know I'm kind of speeding through this because there's so many things to talk about. Lip balm. This is another product that I thought I had finished, and then I just did not, and I don't know where my head has been for the last couple days, but I think it's because I added like a new project in, and I'm a little overwhelmed. There's a lot going on. It's getting kind of hard to keep track of stuff, so I need to not add any new makeup projects. Oh god, please, if you hear me thinking about one, just tell me no, because I can't handle anymore right now. So anyway, the Vaseline Lip Therapy Rosy Lips, there's not a whole lot left in this. I've been using this quite a bit and I absolutely love it. It softens my lips. It does give that little bit of like a rosy shine, and it's beautiful. I will rub it or wipe it off if I'm putting lipstick on though on top, just so I don't get that kind of color going on. But it's so beautiful and it's so hydrating, and my lips just feel so much better after that stuff has been on it. The Bobbi Brown Hot Rouge for lips and cheeks, I have not used a whole lot. Beautiful color. I can't use it on my cheeks though. I can't seem to get it to blend. It's sort of like with the Joe Fresh one. This just does not blend well or easily at all. But on lips, it's this gorgeous color. It really is beautiful. I obviously haven't used it more than one time because of my lipstick roulette, so that's a bit unfortunate, but as a lip color, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous, and it's so classy. It's such a classy color. The ColourPop lip liner in Marshmallow I haven't used very often either. It's what I am wearing on my lips today, the ColourPop Marshmallow lip liner and the Ultra Matte in Marshmallow. With my lipstick roulette, I'm not using lip liners often, so progress is minor. And the last thing is the Dior lip gloss in Angelique, and this is an okay lip gloss. It's not super sticky, but it's slightly tacky. I wish it was a little bit smoother. I absolutely love the applicator. I wish that the Marc Jacobs lip gloss had this applicator, like this packaging, and the Marc Jacobs formula would be like the most perfect lip lip gloss in the world. And I know I just said that, but honestly, that formula, this packaging with the little lip brush, oh, it's so easy to use and it's just so easy to layer. So anyway, that was my hopefully fairly quick update for my Finish 17 in 2017 2.0. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns down below. I will get back to you as soon as I possibly can. I really appreciate you taking the time and hanging out with me today. Let me know if you are working on any full year projects and what you think about them. If you prefer longer projects or shorter projects, I'd be interested to hear what other people think. So yeah, that's everything I have to say. Thank you so much, and I hope I will see you very soon. Bye.